Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's HRH titles appear to have been erased from the royal family website. Now, news companies have obviously jumped all over this. They've obviously got one or two or many people looking at the royal website every day, or may even have technological alerts, programmatical alerts set up to tell them when certain changes are made. And that's all fine because they're news companies. That's what they do. Just as a brief tangent before I go into this video to talk about this and give you my views on it, I would like to say that some people seem to criticize not just me, but lots of other people online as well when talking about things like this, almost as though we're not supposed to talk about it, and almost like it's a critical thing for us to be talking about it. Now, let me make clear that none of these videos are hate. I've actually made very clear already that these videos are not hate. They are just my views. They are my thoughts. You get the real views and thoughts that I have on this channel here on Black Belt Secrets. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Where is it? Here it is. Subscribe to Black Belt Secrets. These are my personal views and opinions and thoughts on this channel. You can get the legal analysis over on Black Belt Barrister. Some people in previous videos commented, why are you talking about legal stuff? Well, I'm a barrister, if that wasn't obvious. It may not be obvious on Black Belt Secrets, so please do subscribe here and over there, and I'll give you my views. But there's the caveat. It's not hate. It's news. I'm entitled to talk about it, and I genuinely follow the audience and what you guys want me to talk about. And these issues seem to be something of interest to a lot of people, so I talk about them. So caveats out of the way. Let's take another look, a closer look at what's going on here. So let's take a look at this website here, which is where it all started, the original statement from Buckingham Palace. This was when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle decided they were going to step back from royal duties. And it said here, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are grateful to Her Majesty and the royal family for their ongoing support as they embark on their next chapter of their lives. As agreed in this new arrangement, they understand that they are required to step back from royal duties, including official military appointments. They will no longer receive public funds for royal duties. With the Queen's blessing, the Sussexes will continue to maintain their private patronages and associations. While they can no longer formally represent the Queen, the Sussexes have made clear that everything they do will continue to uphold the values of Her Majesty. Now, many people will think that that hasn't happened vis-a-vis the Oprah interview, the Netflix series, the memoirs in spare, the podcasts, and so on. Many people will think that those are not in line with the Majesty, Her Majesty's views and values. But that is my view. My view is that many people will think that that's not the case. Let's move on. The Sussexes will not use their HRH titles as they're no longer working members of the royal family. They've shared their wish to repay the sovereign grant expenditure to refurbish Frogmore Cottage, etc., which we're all familiar with. Now, this was in January 2020. So, as per the headlines, such as this one here from The Independent, this is no criticism, by the way, Independent, this is just my comment on it. Headlines obviously are written to grab your attention. There's a common criticism on YouTube of it's clickbait. Well, so are headlines in news companies. Like I said, Independent, no criticism intended. Every news company has a headline. It's the headline. It's the bit that's supposed to catch your attention. You know, news flash, pun intended, a news article is supposed to catch your attention with a headline. Just like a thumbnail and a title here on YouTube, they're supposed to catch your attention, which is why sometimes you see me looking like all shocked to grab attention. It's psychological. That's just how it works. There's a great book, if anyone wants to set up a YouTube channel, there's a great book by Daryl Eves, The YouTube Formula. I'll link it in the description below. Anything you want to know about starting, growing, and curating a YouTube channel is in that book. I'll link it there. I have Daryl Eves to thank. I'll put it in there. So, long story short is news need a newsworthy headline. But let's take a look at, that was the statement. Let's take a look at what was actually on those websites. So this is the page, the current page for Prince Harry, as it currently appears on the royal website. Now, the important bits here is really this section here, where it says supporting children living with HIV and so on. Now, this bit here starts out in 2006, the Duke of Sussex jointly founded, so on and so on. And then further down here, it says in 2016, the Duke underwent a public HIV test. Now, when I read the headline that these titles have been removed, expunged, erased, eradicated, if you like, I look to, well, when were those removed? And I look back to the 29th of June 2023, some 3.5 years after the initial announcement on the royal website. And this section that I'm just pointing to, this is the current page. This is the archive page. Don't be put off by the middle bit. The Twitter quote isn't picked up by archive.org. But nonetheless, this is the relevant bit. This first section still says the Duke of Sussex jointly founded, but this latter part says in 2016, His Royal Highness underwent a public test. Now, these titles are somewhat interchangeable. I'm no expert on when and why certain titles should be used. I've invited a expert historian to come on the channel and help me talk to you about such things. He's kindly agreed to do so and to promote his book coming out next year. We will do that very shortly. So please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll get direct input from an actual expert on exactly these things rather than just my thoughts about it as a barrister. But as a barrister, I do look at certain details and things like this, apart from obvious typos in recent documents on recent videos I've done on my Black Belt Barrister channel. By the way, anyone curious as to why I'm talking about legal issues on this channel at all, I am a barrister if that wasn't clear. It might not be clear to everybody because I've kind of made this channel go on a new direction, a new tangent. But my main channel, if you like, is Black Belt Barrister, which is usually linked in the description below. But the important bit for this website here is it said in 2016, His Royal Highness underwent a public test. Now, when we go to the current page, remember this one we're looking at now is the archive page. We go to the current page, a reminder, it said the Duke of, up here it said the Duke of Sussex. Down here it just says the Duke. The Duke underwent a public test. So these references have been removed. And underneath the next Twitter quote, His Royal Highness attended the 2016 International Conference. And then we go back to the current live page. The Duke of Sussex attended the 2016 International Conference. So yes, these titles, these HRH titles, have been erased and eradicated from the current royal website. But is it an attempt to erase and expunge him? In my view, no, they're just correcting the website. They're correcting the website. They're updating the website. It's taken them time to update the website, to be fair. Is that out of politeness or is it just taken time? A combination of both, possibly. I would anticipate them being polite, but I would also anticipate it taking time. Even though if someone emails me and says, hey, your website doesn't say this, or there's a typo on your website, I'm like, okay, I'll do it straight away within 24 hours. But nonetheless, it's taken 3.5 years. So your best guess, really. Then I look at Meghan Markle and her page here. This is the live page versus the archive page from the 1st of May I went back to because there were no discernible differences apart from, for some reason, some of it spills onto another line, but that's it really. There's no major change. Again, message for the haters. This is, as in the, trolls and critics, no insult intended. This video is not a hate video. This is an opinion video. I am entitled to my opinion. I'm entitled to express my opinion. Just as the news are entitled to report it, I'm entitled to express my opinion. I'm not a news channel. I'm not an editorial channel. I don't have to stick to a neutral, unbiased, unopinionated script of what somebody tells me to say. I say what I think. It may or may not be correct. It's just my views, just my thoughts, and I follow the audience as to what you guys want to see. The vast majority you want to see. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. I really appreciate that in helping me grow. Help me hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel, please, here on Black Belt Secrets. And I thank you for watching.